and time.
Right.
So, yeah. We're actually your future.
Huh?
We're actually your future.
Okay. Yes.
We're Friday. I think you're still Thursday, is that right?
Yes, we are Thursday still.
Yeah.
4 p.m. Thursday.
Yeah. Whereas we're 11 o'clock Friday here, so we're about to go into the weekend.
PM or 8?
I'm sorry?
So y'all are PM or AM right now?
We're AM.
Wow, that's crazy.
Isn't it? It's really good. Maybe I should send you the lotto tickets and see if you win something. I'll go you 50-50.
Yeah.
We'll find out on Saturday night. I'll give them to you. You'll get them tomorrow night.
Right,
Bingo.
you never know.
You never know. It might work. Anyway, let's go to the desk. Have a bit of fun, my friend. Welcome along. And I got to say, I'm very humbled to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay, Facebookers.
So we're live right now?
Yes, we are.
Thank you for joining us again here at Galaxy 107 FM 2020, and one of the very first interviewees for this year is Kayla Eubanks, coming out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Believe me, you're going to love her. Listen to this. Here's Memory for Tomorrow. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 4 after 11 o'clock, 28 degrees. Barbara, we won.
Whoa.
Yeah, we managed to predict that the weatherman wasn't going to stand a chance at 25 degrees today. We thought it was going to go a lot higher. We do win. Friday, January the 10th, and believe me, absolutely elated today to be going all the way over to New Orleans, Louisiana, and meeting Kayla Eubanks. Hello, Kayla.
Hi, how are y'all doing?
It is an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. It's nice to meet y'all too.
Now, while I've got a chance, and before we kick this off, I've got to give a big props, a big shout out, of course, to Dr. John Surgery and
Yes.
Studios. Of course, John Foster coming from the UK. I think it's Devon over there. A good friend of ours, and believe me, we have a number of his artists that we interview, so it is an absolute pleasure to have somebody who's promoting with us here in New Zealand right now. She's nodding loudly, by the way, if you can't see that. Believe me, it is an absolute wonder to have this young lady with us. Now, Kayla, we just played Memory for Tomorrow. How would you like to tell me a little bit about it? How did you come to the lyrics of that?
It's a love song. It's more of saying that love's not real present. Like, I mean, love's present, but it's like, you know, you always have tomorrow to be like, let's say, you know, you're in love today and you're going to be in love tomorrow, but it's more of keeping on with your love. So it's still a memory of today, but it's also going to be a memory of tomorrow as well.
You know, I get it. I really, really do. Now, before we literally went to air, I negated to tell you that getting an interview with us is actually not that easy. And believe me, Barbara gets about 30 bands a day getting in touch with her, wanting to be promoted, sometimes more actually, up to 50. Then she takes it to production after whittling it down to what she thinks is about, you know, right. They kind of argue and sort of disagree, agree, and then we choose the best of that, which goes to a board, sometimes 8, sometimes 12 people, and they only have one thing in mind, Kayla, is that our image, it's got to be good.
Right.
Then they hand it back to Barbara and say, these are the ones we want to interview. Basically, some weeks 3 in a week, some weeks 2 in a week, so we can't get 50 in there, if you know what I mean. So
right.
we're down to about 3 or 4 a week, and then Barbara hands it to me on a USB kind of device that I actually take and play in my car. Now, 2 reasons for that. First reason is nobody can influence me on whether or not I actually want to do the interview.
Right.
Second reason is nobody wants to come driving with me.
Yep, true.
Scares the hell out of them, it really does. It's like blind people parachuting. That scares the hell out of their dogs. It does. So what I'm saying to you is that all of that process has come in together. You know, the planets have come aligned and all the tides are perfect for you to be down here talking to us in Kawerau right now here in New Zealand. And we welcome you along to the family, because once you do an interview with us, and I'm sure this will be like no other interview you've ever done before, believe me, you might need a stiff drink by the end of this. We can tell you that you're part of the Galaxy family. So we would like to be able to follow you and find out more about you, get new music, all that sort of stuff. Come on back again, make yourself a victim a second time around, and come back again and give us new music to be able to play. And we would absolutely love that. Now, Kayla, at the same time, our fans really, really want to know, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, Kayla, do you respond?
Yes, I do respond. I mean, I do work a lot, don't get me wrong. Most of my managers, they will respond for me if I'm not able to. If they respond for me, I still see the messages, and so that way they feel like, oh, the manager's just responded, she doesn't. No, I still respond. It's just sometimes I have to respond ahead of time so that, the response is on time. You can reach me through Facebook on my music page, Kayla Eubanks. My Instagram is Kayla Eubanks 111. I don't do Twitter so far. I don't really like Twitter, I guess you would say, in the sense. So right now I'm just on Facebook and Instagram. Okay.
Now, having said that, and of course, if you do respond, because like a fan, it's always nice to have that particular artist come back. It makes the fan feel special. Then they follow you forever and a day. And believe me, I think today's modern database are basically the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Instagrams, stuff like that, if you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So always nice to have somebody who I'm following come back to me. But having said that, you see, I don't.
Right.
I just never find the time to be able to talk to somebody. I'm forever wrapped up in radio and doing these shows and stuff like that. So believe me, I have a person for that. It's called a Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
And she's...
I mean, it can get hectic and crazy.
Yeah, believe me, it's, Barbara is indispensable. I think everybody should have one, to be very honest with you, because not only does she go through all the bands and sift all through the stuff, but she gets down to the nitty-gritty of actually replying to people that want to talk to me, which frees me up literally to be able to do other things. Now, having said that, Kayla, Eddie's listening to country now. Now, I absolutely, this stopped me in my tracks, literally. It really, really did. How do you know Eddie?
Eddie was a good friend of my writer. So it was a co-writing session, I guess you could say. And it was his best friends, and we're sitting around, and he was saying, the two guys had a conversation. They went off to war, and they thought, so, I wonder if there's, radio in heaven, and if there is there a country station up there? And so I guess, the guy passed away, and the guy was like, what? He is listening to radio. He's listening to radio in heaven in this country.
I absolutely related to that song when I heard it. As I say to you, I'm driving around in the forestry where we are. We're in between 3 cities, and we've got plenty of forestry. And I pulled over literally to be able to play that again. I took in the ambience of where I was and really had a good listen to it. Now, I'm not only a DJ, but I've also been an engineer for many, many years here in New Zealand, toured around with not only studios, but toured around with bands live front of house as well. So I break down music rather than a fan would break it down, but more into its increments as an engineer or a DJ would. And I couldn't fault this. I really, really couldn't. Where did you get this produced?
It was probably about 2 years ago. It was we got it It was produced here in New Orleans.
Okay, and any shout-outs for your producer?
Well, I mean, I'm no longer under that label.
Okay. Okay, enough said there. We don't want to, we don't want to do that now, do we? You know, that's another...
I mean, shout out to Dr. John, Surgery Records, you know, because he is an amazing man, and I look forward to many projects.
Absolutely, I'm a big fan of John Foster myself, so I can understand what you're saying right there. So, right now, here at Galaxy 107 FM Live is Kayla Eubanks and Eddie's listening to country now.
Hi, Steve Baker. Hi, John Forster.
How you feeling? You don't need a drink yet?
Oh, no.
I'm sure you've got a mason jar sitting around there somewhere.
No, I just have water.
John Foster's
That's so
on.
trendy.
John Foster's on. And
John
Steve
Foster's on.
That's not fun.
Dr. John is joining us Facebook Live.
And to Mum.
And
Okay.
now, don't worry, because we will convert this over to YouTube, give you a copy of this, and everything that we do we'll give you a copy of, including some of the stuff that the backline of
Steve,
taking
talk
photos
to
and stuff
John
like that as well. We'll
about
give you
getting
the stuff
together
that
and
other people don't see.
She's got a video
You know
to
what I mean?
promote it for her.
Plus, we'll do a couple of crazy photos after it. Also, maybe a couple of videos, very, very quick videos. One to put on our website, because believe me, with the traffic that goes through our website, they don't just go and live stream us. They get nosy and go and have a look through all your pages and stuff. Sometimes it feels weird. So we do a shout out thing that we put on the homepage. They can't miss it. They go and have a look, then they go and find out who you are. So I feel sorry for you if you're going to get another 5,000 Facebook fans.
No, it's fine. Actually, I have my music page and I have my regular Facebook, and I wake up usually about 5 o'clock in the morning to get ready for work. Get up at 6, and I'll have at least 20 new friend requests. And I'm like, I don't even know these people. They try to add my regular Facebook, and I'm like, no, go to my music page.
Believe me, I know how that feels. I really, really do. But I'm kind of private, guys. I really am. When I leave work, I go home. No more work. I spend so many... Well, I put in something like 18 hours a day up here anyway. So I think by the time I get home, it's time to go to bed.
Oh, yeah. It's never not a time to nap.
Exactly. Good feed, good shower, bedtime. Anyway, let's go back to the desk.
I always think of it. Well, Ed, I hope you hear this song I sing when you're listening way up there. 'Cause I heard you was in the Angels band. I sing silent prayer. If there's a radio in heaven and he's listening to country now, they elbow folks and children. They treat their ladies proud. If there's trucks and motorcycles, showing them old boys how. If there's a radio in heaven and he's listening to country now. Yes, he's listening to country now. Oh, yes, he's listening now.
107.
Galaxy FM, radio beats.
On Radio Beats.
Galaxy FM.
That's right. Excuse me, you're listening to Galaxy 107 FM, 16 after 11 o'clock, 28 degrees outside Celsius, 91 in here if you're in Fahrenheit, so Kyla can understand the difference there. That's hot inside here. It really, really is. So every now and again I've got to cool myself down and just control myself. Believe me, very, very warm over here in New Zealand right now. But Kayla Eubanks is joining us, of course, from New Orleans, Louisiana. Now, one thing that I got to ask you, Kyla, can you make gumbo?
Oh, yes. Yes.
You know,
I mean, I feel like you can't live in New Orleans if you can't make it.
you know, that would be a reason within itself would be able to get you on a plane over here and do a dish.
That and you'll have to try king cake.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Now, you see, I've been to New Orleans and I have been to a number of places and a number of incidents. Let's put it this way, where I was told one day, we're going downtown, there's going to be masses of people, and to take plenty of beads with me. That was an experience in its own right for a little Kiwi boy that comes from New Zealand, being all caught up in this. Do you partake yourself? Do you go and catch a few beads?
Oh, yes. I mean, like certain streets that you stand on can get crazy. Like Bourbon Street is the main street. Like that's where all the rated R stuff happens.
Yeah, love Bourbon Street. Really do.
But other than that, you can stand on Canal Street, which is the main street of New Orleans, you know, uptown. And the parades will come through there, and you can catch the beads, sometimes throw beers. I mean, there's so much.
You know, I absolutely know what you're saying. We have been there and partaken in some of the local culture that you have there, and believe me, would absolutely love to partake in that again. But having said that, would love the idea of getting you down here in the Antipodes in New Zealand, land of the long white cloud, to play in front of some Kiwi audiences. Would you consider doing that?
Yes, definitely.
Nice. So maybe our people can talk to your people and we can make this happen, because believe me, I think we would absolutely just eat you up down here. And I don't mean that physically, but you know what I'm saying, right? Having said that though, Kyla, we're kind of crazy here in New Zealand. We do a few weird and wonderful things. Are you up for a few challenges?
Yes.
Ooh, she had to think about it, but she answered yes. Okay. Have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
A what?
A hoo-hoo grub, spelled H-U-H-U.
No.
Okay, you know what a caterpillar is, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is a caterpillar on steroids. It's like a double-decker bus to a mini. Big, white, has black hair. Now, what you do, and believe me, this is a lot of fun. We'll give you instructional videos. Barbara will send those over so you can get the idea that I'm not pulling your leg. We actually do this. You put the live body in your mouth, bite off the head. Don't eat the head, it's yucky. But when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, you know something, Barbara zoomed right in on your face right then. But it is true. It's something that we do here in New Zealand. In fact, first founded by the indigenous folks of New Zealand, the Maori, they still do that. But we have a thing in the South Island, of the west coast of the South Island, called the Wild Foods Festivals. And that's one of the delicacies that we partake in. And believe me, everybody we bring to New Zealand, we introduce them to it. Sometimes there's a little bit of, mason jar before and or after. Totally understandable, it really is. But you got to wonder sometimes about the guy that's handing you a bowl of these, expecting you to put one in your mouth.
True, it makes you think of Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Remember he had those worms in the bowl?
Exactly. Well, usually I'm the guy with the bowl. It's true. I've had many in my time. I really have. But having said that, we can take you down to Queenstown. Now, down in Queenstown, it's a little kind of a boutique-y town trying to be a city, but it's where all the A-listers from around the world go to run away from their friends while they take their friends with them.
Okay.
Yep. Shania Twain, for instance, owns property down there. Kevin Costner was down there not so long ago. Same with Tom Cruise was down there.
Oh, wow.
You never know who you might run into, including me. Unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately, you might run into me down there as well. But we'll take you down there, show you the sights down there, and I don't know, Barbara, we'll throw her off a bridge.
No, not throwing her off.
Yeah, we'll throw her off a bridge. Yeah, of course we will.
No.
You know we will. We have a thing down there called bungee jumping.
Oh, I've always wanted to do that.
Well, I tell you what, we will supply you everything you need to do to be able to go and do that, literally. Even if you need to do a tandem, I'm right there with you. AJ Hackett, that founded it, still runs it and is a good friend of mine.
Sounds good.
Awesome. But believe me, a lot of fun, including we have a thing where we swing you out over a big gully and all sorts of things. You know, absolutely splendid stuff to do. Scares the living pants out of people sometimes. Barbara doesn't want to partake, she gets vertigo, you know what I mean?
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's throwing me off a
absolutely.
bridge.
So we understand that as well. Having said that, you see, I'm an accomplished parachutist. I like to do a little skydiving from time to time. So if you feel like walking outside of a perfectly good airplane, I will do that with you as well.
Yes.
Nice. I like that. I do. Now,
I would absolutely love to see New Zealand.
well,
It's on my bucket list, actually.
there you go. Now tell me something. Have you heard of Lord of the Rings?
Oh, yes. My grandpa and my dad love that.
Okay, well, let me tell you this. Where we are right now, and we're in between Rotorua, which is a merry touristy kind of city, Whakatane, which just had an island blow up just recently, White Island, that caused a bit of controversy, and then, of course, Tauranga, which is our biggest shipping port for where we are in the Bay of Plenty here on the east side of the North Island. Well, an hour and a half away from where we are right now is Middle Earth, basically Hobbiton. And we would love to be able to take you there, show you around the set.
Yes.
Nice, I like that. Now, having said that, you like to do a bit of shopping?
Oh, I love shopping.
Good, because Barbara is an Olympic shopper. She is
I
absolutely...
feel like there's never not a time to go shopping.
Well, I tell you what, Barbara will make sure that you get all the riches of New Zealand, literally, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Do you drink wine?
I do, but this may sound crazy. Like, okay, I just turned 21, so sometimes, see what alcohol I like, and what I don't, and I have not found a wine that I like.
Well,
If that makes any sense.
if you keep an open mind, I would like to introduce you to a couple of wineries we have here in New Zealand that make world-class wine, and we would like to be able to take you there, show you around. You never know, you might even break out a guitar or two and have a little bit of a play. But having said that, we would love to be able to show you some of the finer parts of our country.
Yes, I would love that. Yes.
And let's top it off with maybe we'll take you on a boat trip around the Hauraki Gulf here. The biggest city that we have is Auckland. Nighttime, few wines, taking the ambience, you can't beat it.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
Nice. We will make it happen as soon as we can get you here in the country, and please keep in touch with Barbara. She is the
Yes.
manager of Aurora, does all of that. We take care of logistics. Whatever your
We need
needs are,
sponsors,
we can put our
everyone.
hands on it.
Sounds good.
Nice. Liking that. Now, Kayla, you've been singing for some time now, at 3 years of age.
Yes.
And your mother was a big influence in this, wasn't she?
Yes, actually, we used to sing a lot when I was younger. I don't know if you know who the Judds are,
Yeah.
but they're mother-daughter bands, in the U.S. And it was always a dream to be the next Judds. But, life happens, and people take their own courses with life, their predictions. So, but yeah, my mom, she's very musical. She's always there if I need something. She's always pushing me. It's like, hey, love this song. Hey, have you done this? Have you done that? That pushes me to be a better artist today.
I absolutely love that, and you got to thank your mother for us, because believe me, we are absolutely elated to have you part of the Galaxy family now, and do want you to come back. Now, tell me all about If My Heart Gets Broken Again. Surely this hasn't happened to you?
I mean, I've had a few heartbreaks.
No, come on.
Yeah. That song is about basically saying that if my heart gets broke again, I'm gonna be okay. You know, that basically that guy, it's his loss. And a lot of girls can relate to that due to it being 2020 and especially 2019. You know, relationships aren't the same as when my parents were young, when y'all were younger. You know, a lot of morals and values have changed. So it's basically stating, you know, I'm gonna be all right if my heart gets broke again. You know, I don't need him to begin with.
You know, I really do feel that the female listeners, especially to Galaxy 107 FM, can relate to this song. 1,309 requests to date since we've started playing it, so believe me, a lot of movement right there at Galaxy 107 FM. Here's Kayla Eubanks, If My Heart Gets Broken Again, on Galaxy. Damn, it's hot.
Yeah, not too bad.
How you feeling?
Oh, this is great. This is so much fun.
Nice, nice. You're still yet to give me a bit of shit, though.
I gotta warm up to it.
The hour goes quick, really, it does. Don't take too long, let's have a go.
No, John's
I think she's-
watching.
I think
it's
she's-
like a roller coaster. You gotta edge your way up and then, you know, just go with it.
Oh, here we go, so be on the lookout. She's going to give me a bit of
Hi, Amanda.
sooner or later.
Samantha's mum.
Samantha's mum.
Yeah.
Nice.
Darcy Chamberlain.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's mom.
Yeah, it's
And
mum.
Steve.
Nice
And
to have you
Cheryl.
with
Hi,
us, literally.
Cheryl.
That's mum. Hold on, mum.
Yeah.
Why'd you steal the truck?
You know, she gets that question so much.
I bet she
After
does.
one song here, you know, everybody's always like, why did you steal a truck? You know, she ran off with the guy they met. You know.
Mum sounds like a person I'd like to meet.
Oh, she's great. And she would love New Zealand as well.
Well, you better bring her then.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
She might be able to teach me a thing or two.
Let's not forget we'll have to tap Dr. John on his shoulder and say, hey, come on, pass up some curves.
Well, here we go. He's online at the moment.
Dr. John, we want this lady here. Come on, let's make it happen. You and Barbara, get together. Get her here. Literally. And I think maybe let's team her up with Michelle Lee.
And why not D-Rock?
Let's do a lady show.
All right. All right.
Yeah? Do you know Michelle Lee?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let's do a deal, Dr. John. Make it happen, number one.
Oh, I have to learn to sing.
Anyway, let's go back to the desk.
Honestly.
I'm not gonna die if my heart breaks in two. I know I will find another lover, someone who will stay. Keep on believing. I'm gonna play that game. Know I will be fine if my heart gets broken. You know, honey, I don't need you. I don't need your problems. 'Cause I know I will survive. If my heart gets broke, I'm not coming back to you.
Galaxy.
Hi, Jane, darling. I love you.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 28 away from 12 o'clock, 27.2 degrees. We still win, Barbara. Just having a look, that grumpy queen look.
Yeah.
That looks good, man. Harry and Meghan's shock decision, outrageous queen, infuriates the palace. That's a grumpy queen. Look, that really is. I wouldn't want to be in the way of that coming at you. Not one bit. Anyway, it is Friday, coming into the weekend, and we are absolutely elated to be all the way over in Louisiana, talking to Kayla Eubanks. And Kayla, it's an absolute pleasure to talk to you. It really, really is. Now, at the same time, we've discussed about you coming to New Zealand and taking part in a few crazy things that we do here. Have you ever heard of a Zorb?
As a what?
A Zorb. Z-O-R-B. Z-O-R-B. Okay, we have mentioned maybe the occasional mason jar. This is applicable this time round because, believe me, it's a big clear ball, and what we do is we put you inside of it once you've had a few juices and roll you down a hill.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we'll even put some people in front of you, human skittles. Let's see what, you know, the more you drink, the more funny the looks on their faces as you roll over top of them are.
Right.
And you never know, there might be a few extra juices by the time you get out of it. Happens to me all the time. It really does. Now, you've been breaking the market in the US and also in Canada. Now you're making it here in New Zealand. And of course, we are currently in 62 different countries right now. 94 cities, I'm told, are tuned in right now around the world. Welcome to the globe.
It's amazing to be here.
It is so nice to have you join us. Now, it could have been us. Tell me about that.
So that's been a relationship that was more of a, I guess like a stand back, you know, like me and you, like it could have been, you know, but the guy was more of like a standoff. So it was like, you know, I guess it was like what could have been, but it wasn't. So it was more of a thought more than a passion present.
You know, I get it. I understand that. I really do. But I'm always one of these people who say, well, if it could have been us, why didn't you say something?
Right.
You know what I mean? Make yourself know. I'm not a mind reader. Believe me, I've had myself have these conversations with people in the past. You know, one lady I met up with about 15 years later, she goes, you know, I always said, why didn't you say something? Yeah,
Right.
You know, so it could have been us. Here at Galaxy 107 FM is Kayla Eubanks. It could have been us. Yeah, quite true. Quite true. You know, missed opportunities.
Oh yeah.
Typical Kiwi, you don't read the red flags until they're waved in front of
Happy
you.
New Year, Jane.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely funny. Are you familiar? I would presume you're familiar with the Galaxy page we have on Facebook.
Yeah.
Will you please use it? If you've got new work coming up, let us know. If you've got gigs coming up, festivals, whatever, promote the hell out of yourself because that's what it's there for.
Okay, I got you.
Great. Any of your logos, anything like that, whack them on there. Believe me, lots of people see it. They really, really do. And Barbara loves people doing that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Use the page, please. At the same time, I'm going to ask you if you have a website that we can get and buy your music and buy your... Do you have a merch store?
I have Apple Music. I mean, I don't have like, you know, an actual website. We're in the process of creating that.
Okay.
At the moment.
Okay.
I mean, my music is, you know, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart,
Well,
so much more. Amazon.
We will talk about that, but you see, a lot of fans like to want to buy merch as well, if you know what I mean. So when you get when you get your website perfected and up and running, believe me, whack in there a merch store because believe me,
Okay.
I think you'll make a few bob out of it. I really do. It's hard making money these days, and it's hard to make music without money. So take every advantage of everything you can get. Having said that,
Exactly.
I will talk to you a little more about about that as well, because we might be able to do a competition or something. What do you reckon?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Gosh, it's hot in here.
Hey, you're
It's
hot.
hot in here up here too.
Well, I'll
I
tell
don't
you what,
think they're
at
hot.
least you don't have police sirens going past. The last interview I did a couple of days ago, we had all sorts of dramas going on out in the street in front of us.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we may be a small town, but it's entertaining sometimes, I tell you.
Oh, New Orleans, there's never not a time it's not entertaining. Like, if you like to people watch, I mean, this New Orleans is your town.
We can't do that here. We get called perverts. Well, me in particular.
I bet you could find some
You just gotta do it
interesting
at
people
ease, at a nice distance, then you're not called that.
Somebody said to me, take binoculars.
They never know what you're looking at. So, I mean, it's a nice balance.
Barbara, 5 questions from the 50 Shades of Grey. Should we do that?
It's up to you.
Should we?
It's up to you.
Okay, this
You're
is going to
the
be
interviewer.
fun. 5 questions from the 50 Shades of Grey. We'll go through that.
Oh, no.
Be prepared for a giggle, okay? That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM and, well, 21 away from 12 o'clock, 27 degrees. I'm really happy with that number, I really am. Consistent right now. Friday, January the 10th, and believe me, coming into the weekend, we're joined coming out of New Orleans, and it's an absolute pleasure to talk to Kayla Eubanks. And Kayla, let's do the 5 questions from the 50 Shades of Grant. This is rather amusing. And production straight away says, you're not going to do the political one, are you? Yes, I'm going to do the political one. Absolutely. So let's start off with Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of the UK, England, and stuff like that. Jacinda Ardern is the Prime Minister here in New Zealand. In Germany, of course, you've got the Chancellor Angela Merkel. And your dignitary, of course, would be Donald Trump.
Right.
Which is the odd one out?
Which is the odd one out?
Yeah, which one's the odd one out?
I feel like that's a trick question.
It's all a trick question. Yeah, everything we're going to do is all a trick question. Let me answer that. He's the same colour of the impeachment.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, all the rest are real politicians.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll get past that. Let's go. Now, have you ever heard of James Bond?
Yes.
Okay, he's the British spy and has a little gun, goes running around with things. While they were filming just a few months ago, his latest instalment of James Bond, he broke his ankle. True story, he did, and had to have 12 weeks off. So while in that 12 weeks, the owners and the writers and everything got together and wanted to recreate James Bond into a woman. The world went nuts. No, you can't do that. Ian Fleming wrote James Bond as a man. You cannot replace him with a her. That's just not done. So what they've decided to do is the next James Bond is going to be gay. Kind of meshes it together, really, doesn't it?
Right.
But you know what they're going to call him?
No.
7.
Bad.
No.
Truly, yeah, it's a bit of fun. Now, have you ever tried vegan burgers?
Vegan burgers?
Yeah.
Um,
Ever tried
think
vegan
so.
sausages?
no.
No? Are they made of real vegans?
I think they are, yeah.
Yeah, it might be, yeah. You'd be stuck in your
Yeah.
tooth. Yeah, I get it. You know, that's like Girl Guide biscuits being made of Girl
yeah.
Guide. Yeah. But having said that, have you ever heard of Johnson & Johnson's baby oil?
Yes.
How many babies does it take to make a bottle?
I think it's 3.
3? Refined? Yeah. Crushed down, refined? Yeah.
Squeeze babies.
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
bottom.
Okay, good to know, because I didn't know that one. I'll write that one down. Now, last question. Now, there is actually a whole heap going on in the galaxy these days, in the universe. They're looking for brand spanking new planets, you know, the Goldilocks kind of thing, right? Where we can actually look at maybe inhabiting a brand spanking new planet. They have found about 3 that are, you know, kind of right there. And one they think is absolutely superb. Do you know what they're going to call it?
No.
The sequel.
Oh my goodness.
But
That's
if,
great.
but if you keep that in mind, literally every planet that has a moon actually has a name for their moon. Ours
Right.
is Moon. Yeah? I vote that we change that.
Very basic.
Yeah, it is. It's very humdrum and boring. Let's call it Celestial Body Brian.
I'm fine with that.
Good. Yep, we'll get that tattooed on somebody. Somewhere, somehow, one day. Now, we've come to the absolute pinnacle of the show. Literally, my friend, I'm very, very excited about this. 2,700 requests so far, a little over that. For Mama, why did you steal my truck? And now,
There's
what?
been 2,700 requests for that song.
2,700, just over, about 2,747. Okay, to be precise. Yeah, a few people have asked for it, literally. What inspired this? Where did this come from?
Well, you know, I've always been a good kid, made good grades, and I guess her truck was broken down, so she took mine.
Ah,
You know, I was like, ran off to Vegas, took my truck. You know, I've always been a good kid, made good grades, did everything she asked, and she runs off my truck.
sense of humour there. I think Mum's got a real sense of humour. Got you under control. I'm out of here. That's funny. But of course, when you do come to New Zealand, we're going to have to bring your mother with you. You do realise that?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. We couldn't do this without her. Literally.
Well, she's the main song of why she stole my truck.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to let her answer in person.
Oh.
Like, well, when y'all ask me, I'm going to let her explain her story on why she stole my truck.
There you go, and I'll make sure that she's got a truck to drive while she's down here. She can get out and have a bit of fun, for sure. But I tell you what, we've got a tracker on all of our vehicles. We know where they are.
Still yours.
We know where they are, we do. So let's do this, and then we're going to wind it up with Kayla Eubanks. But first of all, here at Galaxy 107 FM is Mama, why did you steal my truck?
Good song.
Man, it is hot. Love this track. It seems like everybody in the music world is absolutely adopting this song, Kyla.
Oh, I love this song. I mean, it's fun. You know, it feels like something you can go to, like, you know, Chevy, you know, building, and they're like, hey, can I do a commercial for you? And you can play the song in the background and watch it on my truck, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course you charge them for that, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got to make some money. Yeah, just dropped on in, thought I'd do a song, it's going to cost you. I love that, I do. I've got to say it has been an absolute pleasure meeting up with you. And we will talk about maybe the construction of getting a website and getting some merchandise stuff and stuff like that. But
Right.
at the same time, if you've got any CDs and a couple of t-shirts or something like that, how would you like to send them down here to us? We would love to be able to do a competition. Keep your name rolling here at Galaxy.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. At the same time, Next time you're near a 58 microphone, how would you like to do a couple of voiceovers for us saying, hi, it's Kayla Eubanks, you're listening to Galaxy 107. We'll play it. We'll play it. Anything to keep your name going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Love this track.
Why'd you steal my chicken?
And at the same time, when you
Hi,
are down
Chris
here, I'm going to get
Andreas.
your mum to make me some gumbo.
What is gumbo?
Huh?
What's it made out of?
What is gumbo made
Yeah,
out
I don't know.
of? Well,
I'm
I tell you what,
ignorant.
ask the
Sorry.
professional. Barbara wants to know what gumbo is made out of.
So it's different roots that you put in the gumbo. Like you can do like it depends on who makes the gumbo. Like you can do crab, lobster, chicken, sausage, andouille, alligator. Like it depends on who's making the gumbo. And I mean, there's so many different spices. Some make it real spicy. Some make it mild. Some make it where there's not much flavor at all. I mean, I like mine with crab, lobster. I mean, put everything in the bowl and just boil it.
I think that's the same stuff that we had when we were over there. Literally, it was. Didn't know about the alligator though.
No, it might have
Nobody
been
told us
snake.
about alligator.
Snake? What about
Snake?
the
No, we don't need
It
snake.
depends on who's making it.
Well, I tell you what, when you come here too, by the way, we don't have any dangerous animals in this. You know, no snakes, no alligators. I think the most dangerous thing we have is a spider, which is a daddy long legs.
No, it's a caterpillar.
Yeah,
I don't like spiders.
spiders are cool. We could take you to the Waitomo Caves.
No, I'm not going.
Would you pussy?
I don't like
It's a place that we have bugs that light up. They're like little neons in this bird cave. Absolutely stunning.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and Barbara doesn't want to go.
No, I don't
But
like caves.
let's go back to the
Oh,
desk.
That's right, I'll have a day off.
You'll have a day off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll go caving. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM 10 away from 12 o'clock, 27 degrees, and we've got a little bit to cover just yet with Kayla Eubanks coming out of Louisiana. Now, Kayla, we were discussing about the gumbo and everything like that, and didn't know that you actually put alligator in there.
Well, I mean, it depends on who's making it. Like me, I would personally put crab, lobster, shrimp. I mean, you can either make it seafood or you can do chicken and sausage. It just depends on who's making it.
Okay, I get that, I really do, and believe me, I'm a big fan of it. The once that I had the opportunity of trying it, but nobody would give me the recipe to bring home with me.
I'll make it for you when I'm there. I promise.
I'm going to hold you to that. Now, let's describe your music. You're a little bit of rock, a little bit of country, and a little bit of I got to be honest, I love gospel. I'm a big gospel fan. So, what sort of put you into these genres of music?
I guess you would say the influences around me. You know, growing up, I listened to the Gaithers, which is, you know, a nice gospel vocal band. Also listening to like Guns N' Roses, the Eagles, listening to Loretta Lynn, George Jones, Waylon Jennings, all those musical influences around me, I think built my music voice today. Because I don't want to just sing with country, I don't want to do it pop, I don't want to do it rock and roll. I want like a nice mixture of in between where it's, just kind of anything.
You know, I understand that. I really, really do. That's very, very growing up, actually. And believe me, you absolutely sound to me like a seasoned professional at the young age of 22. You know, I think music has got a future with artists much like yourself. I'm so pleased that you were able to sing. You see, I can't sing. I just can't do. Well, you know, I sing tenor. Or maybe 12 miles away from anybody that can hear me. I wouldn't do that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, look, I wouldn't do that to the public. Even when I start singing in the shower gets turned off.
But I mean, there's good acoustics in the shower, though.
Depending on whose shower you're in at the time. I've found myself in some predicaments sometimes, believe me. You don't want to know about that. Now, literally,
Behave yourself.
when we were talking earlier on about how we got hold of you, of course, we went through the Facebook, Instagram, and all of that, but I negated to ask you about your website. Now, how do our fans go and buy your music? And I mean buy, people. Get out there, go and find Kayla Eubanks and go and buy the music. Don't try and get it for nothing. How do we do that? Are you on Amazon? Are you on iTunes?
I'm on iTunes. I'm on Apple Music. I'm on Amazon. I'm trying to remember some other platforms. Those are like the main, top music selling ones. So Apple, iTunes, Amazon, and there's another one I forget. But yeah, those three definitely you can find.
Sure. I absolutely understand that. And at the same time, fans,
And also at Surgery Records. You can go to their website and buy my music as well.
Nice. That's Dr. John's surgery, of course, and Surgery Records over in the UK. Now, go and do that. Visit these sites. Go and download this music. Buy, because believe me, we need 1 billion buys before Kayla can get $10.
Yes.
It's not easy being an artist. Now, at the same time, on your website, if you do have one, do you have a merch store, or are you planning on putting up a merch store? Because believe me, I think you would sell a fortune worth of merchandise.
That is in the process, yes.
Nice. Having said that, how about sending us a little bit of your merch as well, and we could do a competition here at Galaxy, giving away some of your stuff and keeping people informed of what Kayla Eubanks is doing. Now,
Yes.
where you are right now, I think you're just in the midst of being in winter time, is that right?
The what?
Are you into winter right now?
Yeah, New Orleans weather is crazy, but we're in winter.
Fair enough. So therefore, this would be a good time to sit down and start writing new stuff. Am I wrong?
Oh no, for sure, right.
So, is that in the plan? Are you looking at the next album?
Yes. We're actually we're working on a little project right now. I don't want to give out too many details, but this next song that we're working on, it's real nice, and I believe y'all are gonna love it.
Nice. And I'm pleased you said y'all, because believe me, we are very, very interested in what you do here at Galaxy, and would love to be able to have you come back again, release some new music to our fans and to the world, because Kayla, we love your quality of work. We really, really do. Your work ethic is superb, and we want to be able to always break new stuff. Now, having said that, are you looking to doing any bookings or anything between now and, say, the summertime again?
Right now, I have a show coming up in New Jersey. It's called Rocks, Ribs, and Ridges Festival. And I believe I'm going to be opening up the national anthem. But that's it's in the talk right now. But, definitely going to be there in New Jersey for that. But outside of that, I don't have anything booked at the moment.
Nice. Well, I tell you what, always a good time to be able to write and record new stuff while that downtime comes in. But don't forget, as I said to you earlier on, please use the Galaxy page on Facebook. Promote yourself. Let me know, let us know, let our fans know, and everybody that's connected to it, where you're playing, how you're going, if you know what I mean. Make use of that page. It's there for you to use. But Kayla, I've got to wrap it up right now. It is 4 away from 12 o'clock, and the other studio wants to take over. Thank you so much for joining us. Will you come back again?
Oh, definitely. Thank you so much.
She wants to be a victim all over again. I like that. I really do. Kayla Eubanks right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and she wants to come back. It's Friday, January the 10th, 30 degrees outside. It's hot. It really is.